Imagine this. You've been bombarded by movies, media, and endless online chatter insisting that size is everything when it comes to satisfaction in the bedroom. But what if science revealed that the real story is far different, and most of what you've heard is just a damaging myth? Today we're diving deep into the facts to uncover what truly matters, backed by solid research that might just change how you see things forever. Let's start by addressing that nagging worry so many guys carry around. The idea that they're not measuring up. This pressure can lead to real emotional strain, something experts call penile dysmorphia, where someone fixates on their body in a way that's out of touch with reality. It's like looking in a funhouse mirror that distorts everything, making normal seem inadequate. Studies show this dissatisfaction affects up to 45% of men, even when they're well within typical ranges. It often kicks in during teenage years, fueled by unrealistic images from adult content that represent a tiny fraction of real life. Less than 2% of men, actually. Think about it. If you're comparing yourself to outliers, it's no wonder self-doubt creeps in. Have you ever felt that twist in your gut from those comparisons? It's common, but here's the good news. Science is here to set the record straight and lift that weight off your shoulders. To understand preferences, we first need a clear picture of what's average, based on reliable data, not exaggerated claims. Forget those online polls where people fudge numbers. Research proves self-reports inflate sizes by 1.5 to 2 inches on average due to something called wishful measurement bias. Instead, let's look at gold standard studies where professionals do the measuring. In a major 2015 meta-analysis of over 15,000 men from around the world, the average erect length came in at about 5.1 to 5.5 inches. A 2020 review with even more data, over 21,000 subjects, backed this up, showing consistency across ethnicities and regions. Girth, measured around the middle, averages 4.5 to 4.7 inches. These measurements use a standardized method, bone pressed from the pubic bone, in a warm room, standing position. It accounts for body variations like fat pads, ensuring fairness. Flaccid sizes vary more, from 2.8 to 3.9 inches, with some guys being growers, who expand a lot, and others showers, who don't change much. That flaccid variation fuels a lot of unnecessary anxiety in places like locker rooms, but it doesn't predict erect size or performance at all. 95% of men fall between 4.5 and 7 inches erect. That's the normal bell curve. Only a tiny 2.5% are above 6.9 inches, or below 4.5. Picture height. Most people are around average, and being a bit taller or shorter is just fine. Same here. Variation is natural and healthy. This average is way smaller than media hype suggests, which should already ease some minds. What about you? Ever wondered where you fit in that range? Remember, normal is broad and beautiful. Quick recap. We've busted the myth of massive averages. Science shows 5.1 to 5.5 inches is typical, with girth at 4.5 to 4.7. And that dysmorphia? It's often media-driven, not reality-based. Now let's get to the heart of it. What do women actually prefer, according to rigorous studies? One standout research from PLOS One used 3D printed models, 33 different sizes that women could handle and choose from. These were lifelike, neutral-colored to avoid biases, with textures mimicking real skin. 75 diverse women, ages 18 to 65, mostly heterosexual, picked for 2 scenarios: casual encounters and long-term relationships. Models range from 4 to 8.5 inches long and 2.5 to 7 inches girth, so extremes were options. For one-night stands, preferences averaged 6.4 inches length and 5 inches girth, just under an inch above average length. The spread was tight, with small standard deviations, showing agreement. Why slightly bigger? Experts think it's about novelty or intense sensation for a memorable fling, tied to evolutionary ideas like seeking strong genes in short-term mates. But for committed partners it shifted smaller. 6.3 inches length and 4.8 inches girth. Replications from University of California and King's College London confirm long-term picks hug closer to averages. In lasting bonds, comfort wins over thrill. The vagina expands when aroused, 3 to 6 inches typically, but overstretching repeatedly can cause pain, like hitting the cervix or micro tears. Think of it as wearing shoes that are exciting but blister-inducing versus comfy ones for daily wear. Vaginismus, where muscles spasm protectively, can develop from ongoing discomfort. Women choose sustainable sizes for frequent intimacy without issues. This matches biology. Pleasure zones are in the outer third, not deep inside. Ever thought about how relationship context changes things? Share in the comments. What's your take on short-term versus long-term priorities? To expand, imagine a real couple. Jake, average-sized, focuses on gentle, communicative sex in his marriage, leading to mutual bliss. Contrast with a one-off where novelty might appeal, but sustainability matters more over time. Supporting studies show positions matter too, ones that avoid deep thrusting if larger, but averages fit most seamlessly. Let's pause and recap. Preferences lean slightly above average for casual, but drop for long-term due to comfort. Girth edges out length in importance, as we'll dive into next. Speaking of which, the data highlights girth over length for satisfaction. In that 3D study, preferred girth was close to length ratios, suggesting balance. Direct surveys? Women overwhelmingly say width matters more. Anatomically, it makes sense. The vagina's walls have rugae, folds that stretch, but sensitive nerves cluster in the outer third. Girth provides fullness, pressing on clitoral structures that wrap around internally. MRI scans during sex show girth creates better contact with the anterior wall. Home to the G-spot area. Length beyond average might just reach less sensitive depths, like the posterior fornix, without adding much. Think of it like hugging. A wider embrace feels more enveloping than a longer, thinner one. Or filling a balloon. Stretch from width excites more than extra length. Practical tip. If you're in the normal range, focus on angles that maximize girth sensation, like woman on top for control. A study analogy. In food, it's not the longest noodle but the thickest sauce that satisfies. Have you experienced how technique amplifies this? Let me know below. Real example. A client in therapy realized obsessing over length ignored his partner's feedback on loving the pressure from his girth. Shifted everything. Bulbospongiosis muscles respond to stretch, enhancing pleasure. Once length hits 5 to 5.5 inches, extra girth boosts impact way more. Girth trumps length for physiological reasons, with nerves favoring fullness. Preferences confirm this balance. Now the ultimate relief. A huge survey of 50,000 plus people worldwide found 85% of women satisfied with their partner's size. Dissatisfaction? Usually hygiene, technique, or emotional gaps, not measurements. Men. Only 55% satisfied, often overestimating what women want by 20 to 30%. Journal of Sexual Medicine links this to porn consumption. Over 3 times weekly doubles dissatisfaction odds, regardless of actual size. It's perception, not reality. Media warps views, but partners are happy. Imagine. You're stressing, but she's content. That disconnect hurts more than anything physical. Qualitative follow-ups echo this. Satisfaction stems from connection, not inches. What do you think causes this gap? Comments welcome. 85% satisfaction rate crushes anxiety. Focus on real issues like communication. But wait, being too big isn't ideal either. Over 8.5 to 9 inches can cause dyspareunia. Painful sex, affecting 20% of women sometime, with size mismatch in 15% of cases. Cervix bumping feels like a gut punch. It's pain sensitive, not pleasurable for most. Can lead to bruising, bleeding, or ectropion. Excess girth? Stretching causes tears, infection risks vulvar pain. Studies show 68% of incompatible couples reduce frequency, 34% avoid penetration. Gynecologists advise counseling, positions like spoons for control, or dilators. Evolution favors moderate sizes for harmony. Example. A couple I heard of switched to non-penetrative intimacy after pain issues. Rekindled spark through creativity. Too big demands adaptations, proving average is optimal. Have you or a partner dealt with this? Share anonymously in comments. Oversize brings real medical downsides. Moderation is key for healthy, frequent intimacy. So if size isn't the star, what is? Science points to emotional bonds first. Trust, communication, safety predict satisfaction fourfold. Per Kinsey Institute. fMRI shows connection boosts pleasure brain areas, cuts anxiety. Brain's the top sex organ. Disconnect blocks everything. Analogy. Like a symphony, harmony matters more than one loud instrument. Practical. Build by sharing vulnerabilities. It deepens arousal. Next, foreplay. Women need 13 to 20 minutes for full arousal versus men's 3 to 5. 70 to 80% require clitoral focus for orgasm. Penetration alone falls short. Clitoris has 8,000 nerves, double the penis. Lesbian studies show higher orgasm rates, 86% versus 65%, from extended non-penetrative play. Tip: explore whole body. Kisses, touches, don't rush. Have you tried extending foreplay? How'd it change things? Tell me below. Technique seals it. Attentiveness to pace, pressure. Discussing preferences, UPS satisfaction 32%. Be present, adjust, effort over endowment. Example. A guy learned partners spots through talk, transformed their sex life. Hey, if you're enjoying these insights on boosting health and vitality for everyone, hit subscribe now. Join our community of folks committed to better well-being, men and women alike. Your support keeps this going. Recap. Emotional ties, foreplay, technique outweighs size, improvable skills for fulfillment. Anxiety about size can backfire, spiking cortisol, hurting function. Confidence shines brighter. Modest preference around 6.3 inches length, for 0.8 to 5 girth, but 85% satisfied anyway. Long-term, emotional factors grow satisfaction, physical fade. Shift focus to controllable. Connection skills. If distress persists, CBT helps 70% with dysmorphia. See a specialist. It's strength to seek help. Remember, health includes sexual well-being. If this resonated, like and share. And that's a wrap. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm Dr. Alex, here on The Healthy Body, where we dive into science-backed ways to enhance your life. Subscribe for more on vitality and wellness. Whether you're aiming for better energy, relationships, or overall health, we've got you. What topic next? Comment below.